In this video, I'm going to talk about the mistakes that I see people make before starting a business. So, the number one mistake to me that I see a lot of people make before starting a business is they put so many barriers between getting to the money. Like, for instance, I see people, they'll start just say a web business. Before they have the website, they want to do these extravagant photo shoots. You got to buy clothes for these photo shoots, rent this, the models, rent space to get it done, to take the photo shoot, all this stuff, and they haven't made any money. The number two is getting a building without knowing if it's zoned for the type of business that they want to put there. Like, I've seen people want to open a restaurant after buying, leasing a building, and then the building department zoning tell them, oh, you can't put that here, or you need this before you can put that here. And they done signed the 3-year lease, and they stuck with it. That is very rampant these days with people, trying to start businesses. A lot of people getting buildings without checking to see the use, that what they can do there. Me personally, like I go get the money first. Like, I want to see if this idea makes money first. So, like, when I have some dump trailers. So at one point I was renting the dump trailers out to people. I came up with a name, Dumpster Rentals for You, and I didn't file a LLC on this business because I wanted to see, what it did. Come to find out, it was too much overhead, the gas prices, the wear and tear on them. So I figured, okay, I was getting my contractor license anyway, so I was like, okay, I could just use them for my own company if I don't want to just rent these things out. I had this whole ideal about getting another truck, letting some guys drive it, and they just ride around the city dumping trailers and dropping them off and all that, but it was just too much. So I didn't get a website. I didn't form an LLC. I still got the dump trailers. They're assets. I still use them, but that was just the way that I do stuff. Like, even with my hair company, Beautiful Hair for You. When I started Beautiful Hair for You, it wasn't an LLC. It was I just named it Beautiful Hair for You. I checked and seen that it was nobody using the name, so I said, okay, I can promote this name on social media, and then once I make money, I'll get the LLC, then I'll get a website, then I'll do this. So that's what I did. I did what they call building it on a shoestring budget. I didn't put all these barriers between. Like, my first website with Beautiful Hair for You, it was like I think it was like a Wix or something like that, and you can just, like, I was taking pictures with my phone and uploading it to it. With the girls, please send me some pictures of with the hair in, and they'll send me the pictures. I'll upload them to the website. That was what I did. Like, I did, and then later on down the line, I ended up spending like $3,000 or $4,000 on a nice website with, I had a photo shoot and all that. But that was probably maybe 3 years later. In the beginning, I was just, doing what I could do. And once I seen that it was making money, that's when I started putting money to it. So, like, if you have an idea, a lot of times you want to see if it makes money before you start putting money into it. Because I see a lot of people doing that. You want to see if you make money first before. That's just what I do. Business is hard, man. You gotta, always educate yourself. Always be moving forward. The best business people, we do what you don't feel like doing. You force yourself to do things, and that just makes you that much better. Like, I don't want to get up. I don't want to do anything, but I make myself get up. I make myself do everything that I need to do, and that makes you, because a lot of people, they can't do that. When they don't feel like doing stuff, they just lay down. But if you're the type of person that if you do things that you don't like doing that's good for you, then you'll be a better, you'll be better than people that don't, So in business, that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to be, especially if you're in a market that's heavily saturated, you're in a war, you're going to be in a fight every day. So you want to be the first one up. You want to be the last one to go to sleep. You got to always trying to find a way to, set your company apart from the competitors. You want to be up. You got to be up hunting them. Like when I had my hair company, the beauty supply stores, I studied everything about it. I was up every morning before they opened, and while they were closed, I was still working. So that's what you have to do if you are gonna go into a business in a market that's oversaturated. It has a lot of players in it. You're gonna have to have that competitive edge. You're gonna have to do what they don't do. So but if you don't have a lot of competitions, you could just work on other things, like probably trying to increase your profit margins or something, or things like that. But yeah, business is it's the way to go. But it's not for everybody, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with it. This isn't a video that's like saying, oh, you need to be in business. This is pretty much for people that's thinking about going into business, or people that's just started a business. This would probably kind of help you out, because you may be the person that's sitting at home putting together this photo shoot for this company that you haven't made any money off of. That's just like that. I see a lot of people, they don't even get to the money. Like they don't get to the money. They just have all these ideas and it just stays in the garage. All the posters, the business cards, but they never made any money off of it because they never tested it to see if it was even worth investing in. Just like those dump trailers, just luckily I was in a position where it wasn't going to be a loss either way, and I could just get them. They assets, So I think I paid $12,000 a piece for them. But guess what? They are good. I use them every day in my business. But I was gonna build a company off of. I seen the company, but when I started doing it, I seen that it wasn't worth me investing more money into. It was like, to the people that was just seeing it on social media and the people that was calling and renting the dump trailers, they seen the company, Dumpster Rentals for You. They were thinking, okay, it's a company. They see I have it. It's going to be official if I do it. But it never was a company that I invested a lot of money in, because it wasn't bringing in the kind of money for me to keep investing in it. So I stopped doing it. I'm not going to drive around with no dump trailers no more. But that's kind of like the idea. One time I was going to start a lawn service. Oh, one time I started a carpet cleaning company. I think I paid maybe about $20,000 for the machine. I had a truck mount that goes into a van. I got a van, I got the business cards, I got the website, I spent all that money in it. And this was something I did when I was making I was making millions a year. So I was like, okay, so what? I'm just going to try this. I did it. I was like, you know what? This is too much work. I always wanted that company, wanted to do a carpet cleaning company, but it was too much work for not enough money. So I was like, I don't want to do it, but for somebody that hasn't made the kind of money that I was making, that was a good business, because really you can easily make 100,000 with one van a year, but that wasn't, at that point, that wasn't a lot of money to me. It would be a waste of my time. So I didn't do it. I didn't continue doing it, but it was something that I tried, and I seen before I invested in that van. I had it was a machine that didn't use, you didn't have to have a truck mount. It was like, it used, what was the method of it? Low moisture. It was another method of carpet cleaning. I bought that machine. It probably cost like $1,600 or something like that. It was pretty cheap, but it was a real good job. And I got a name for carpet cleaning. So then I just said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and spend this money on this. And then I had it for about a year.